Welcome back to the Retro Quiz Maniac channel. Today, we have a Stranger Things general knowledge trivia challenge for you. It's 52 questions. Before getting started, please subscribe to the Retro Quiz Maniac channel for more exciting quizzes. Time to get started. Who said, "Friends don't lie"? Was it Mike, 11, Dustin, Lucas, or Max? Mike said something similar, but 11 was the first to say, "Friends don't lie."
Friends don't lie.
How about this? Who does this describe? Is it Max, Lucas, Will, 11, or Bob? If you chose Max, then you are correct. How about this one? Who did 11 first meet after escaping Hawkins' lab? Benny of Benny's Burgers restaurant. Who does this remind you of? Phil, Hopper, Calvin, Larry, or Murray? It's Jim Hopper, of course. How about this? Who said, "Never change, Dustin Henderson"? Nancy, Karen, Eddie, Joyce, or Robin? Did you pick Eddie?
Never change, Dustin Henderson. Promise me?
We're just getting warmed up. Can you answer this? Which song played during the snowball dance? Should I Stay or Should I Go? Every Breath You Take, Take On Me, or Africa? Every Breath You Take by The Police. Did you know this? Does this remind you of anyone? Could it be Argyle, Billy, Steve, Dustin, or Jonathan? Did you guess Dustin? How about a new challenge? Who am I? I want a big family with 5 or 6 kids. My iconic weapon is a nail-studded baseball bat. I drove Dustin to Hawkins Middle's snowball dance. I'm known for my amazing hair and being the ultimate babysitter. I worked at both Family Video and Scoops Ahoy. Do you know who I am? It's Steve Harrington, of course. How about this one? What is the name of the video game arcade in Hawkins? Starcourt Arcade, Hawkins Arcade, or Palace Arcade? It's the Palace Arcade that is in Hawkins. Can you find the 2 matching characters? Look closely. Did you find Mike? Here's a funny one. Who said, "I dump your ass"? Max, Lucas, Nancy, 11, or Joyce? It's 11.
I dump your ass.
How about this? Do these items remind you of anyone? Mr. Clark, Mike, Max, Lucas, or Steve? Yep, it's Lucas. Did you guess him? Can you answer this? Which character is also known as Lady Applejack? That would be Erica Sinclair. Do you know what unusual pizza topping Argyle suggests you try? Is it broccoli, pineapple, or bacon? Have you tried pineapple on your pizza? It's good. Here's a fun fact. I bet you'll know this one. Who is this? Eddie, Hopper, Eleven, Erica, or Kylie? Of course, it's 11. Who said this one? Come on, these are the best seats in the house. Is it Karen, Dustin, Steve, Joyce, or Mike? It's Karen Wheeler.
Why are we stopping?
Because I slipped Jimmy a 5.
You what?
Come on, these are the best seats in the house.
The best seats in the house.
Do you know who worked at Radio Shack? It was the late great Bob Newby. Can you guess who this is from the clues? Is it Mr. Clark, Bob, Dr. Brenner, Alexi, or Dr. Owens? It's one of our favorite characters, Alexi. Do you know in which state Max and Billy lived before moving to Hawkins? Was it Arizona, New Mexico, or California? It's the Golden State of California. Here's one from Season 3. Who did Dustin meet at summer camp? Did you guess Susie Bingham? Here's another Who Am I challenge. I was an investigative journalist, but now I'm a private investigator. I have an obsession with conspiracy theories. I was hired by Barb's parents to investigate her disappearance. I have a black belt in karate. I went to the Hawkins Independence Day Fun Fair with Alexi. Do you know who I am? It's Murray Bauman. Can you figure out who this describes? Is it Benny, Joyce, Vicky, Argyle, or Chrissy? It's Benny. Do you remember this? Who said, "Mornings are for coffee and contemplation"? Is it Murray, Hopper, Benny, Joyce, or Dr. Owens? That would be Jim Hopper's line.
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Chief, she's
Coffee and contemplation.
Who do these things remind you of? Would that be Hopper, Mike, Eddie, Billy, or Jason? If you guessed Billy, then you are correct. Having fun? A like and subscribe would mean the world to us. Time for another Find the Match game. Can you spot the copy? If you found Dustin, you're as observant as Murray. Do you know this? On what date does Stranger Things start? Is it October 31st, 1982, November 6th, 1983, or December 24th, 1983? If you said November 6, 1983, then you are correct. Did you know about Will's forgotten birthday? Can you guess who this is? Is it Max, Bob, Troy, Vecna, or Fred? That would be Bob Newby. Do you know who said this? 3 favorite movies. Go! Is it Nancy, Bob, Keith, Steve, or Robin? Did you pick Keith?
3 favorite movies, go.
Let's play Who Am I? Rabies is my #1 greatest fear. I have a crush on my classmate and fellow bandmate Vicky. I am fluent in French, Italian, Spanish, and I know some Russian. I helped Dustin decode a secret Russian communication. I worked with Steve Harrington in the Starcourt Mall. Did you figure out who I am? It's Robin Buckley. Who do you think this is? Is it Eddie, Billy, Steve, Max, or Henry? That, my friends, would be the great Eddie Munson. How about this? Which 3 characters worked at the video store Family Video? Did you guess Steve, Robin, and Keith? Do you know who said this? I think I can speak for all of us when I say, it's been a tough year for Hawkins. Is it Larry, Jason, Hopper, Mr. Clark, or Dr. Owens? It was Jason Carver.
I think I can speak for all of us when I say it's been a tough year for Hawkins.
Who do you think this is? Is it Billy, Mrs. Driscoll, Bruce, Tom, or Heather? It's the one and only Mrs. Driscoll. What about this? What is the name of the Hawkins High School newspaper? Is it Hawkins HS Post, The Weekly Streak, or Hawkins Review? It's The Weekly Streak. Look closely. Can you find the match? If you spotted Jim Hopper, well done. You've got a sharp eye. Can you answer this? Which 2 characters worked on the Weekly Streak newspaper? Did you guess Fred and Nancy? Do you know who said this? If anyone asks where I am, I've left the country. Is it Murray, Dustin, Mike, Yuri, or Eddie? Did you guess Mike?
If anyone asks where I am, I've left the country.
Do you know this? On which arcade game did Dustin lose his high score? Was it Dig Dug, Donkey Kong, or Missile Command? It was Dig Dug, a true arcade classic. Who do you think this is? Is it Bob, Mr. Clark, Dustin, Karen, or Ted? If you said Mr. Clark, you got it. Do you know who beat Dustin's high score on Dig Dug? Yep, Max took the high score. Who am I? As a kid, I was terrified of clowns, especially Mr. Boldo. I started Hawkins Middle AV Club. I helped to decipher the huge map that Will drew. I was Joyce Byers' boyfriend and tried to bond with her sons. Demodogs got me while I helped my friends escape Hawkins' lab. Do you know who I am? It's Bob Newby, the guy who really knows how to save the day. Which classic song by Journey made its way into Season 4? Is it Open Arms, Separate Ways, or Don't Stop Believin'? Did you guess Separate Ways? We've got another Find the Match for you. Can you spot it? Did you spot two Freds in the crowd? Got any ideas on who this matches? Do you think it's Murray, Jonathan, Alexi, Nancy, or Dustin? No surprise, it was Murray, wasn't it? Do you know who said, "I'd like to try the peanut butter chocolate swirl, please"? Was it Mrs. Driscoll, Karen, Holly, Erica, or Steve? It was Erica.
I'd like to try the peanut butter chocolate swirl, please.
Do you know the name of the mall store that Eleven and Max go into for a makeover? Is it The Gap, Montgomery Ward, or Fashion Bug? Yep, Eleven and Max hit up The Gap for that makeover. Here's more about the mall. Do you know which two characters worked as interns at the Hawkins Post? Did you answer Jonathan and Nancy? Who do you think this is? Is it Jonathan, Argyle, Murray, Bob, or Robin? It's Argyle. Here's another Who Am I? Can you guess this one? I broke into Hawkins' lab to investigate Will Byers' disappearance. I kept my daughter's blue hair tie and wore it on my wrist. I am close friends with Joyce Byers. I left 11 Eggo waffles in a box in the woods. I worked as chief of police in Hawkins, Indiana. I bet you know who I am. Of course, it's Jim Hopper. How about this? What is the name of Jim Hopper's daughter? Is it Tammy, Vicky, or Sarah? It's Sarah, did you remember? Does this line sound familiar? Who said it? I struggled a lot like Will when I was a kid. Is it Jonathan, Joyce, Henry, Ted, or Bob? Did you answer Bob?
I was never really one to put up a fight. I struggled a lot like Will when I was a kid, with bullies.
You've made it to the final question. Will you nail it? Who always wants to sample the ice cream at Scoops Ahoy? Think back. You might have seen a hint of this earlier in the video. If you guessed Erica, then you nailed it. You made it to the end. Nice work. Feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps us out. And let us know how you did in the comments. Thanks for watching, and before you go, check out the next video on the screen. You won't want to miss it. See you next time.